Cool. All right, questions?
How are you feeling about the team going into the game?
Yeah, good actually. We've had a good pre-season. A lot of the players have spent a little bit of time with the first team, so we've not been together as a group entirely, but everyone knows what's expected. Everyone knows what the club expects of them individually, and I think they'll come together really well as a team. Tough game at the weekend, but I think we'll be ready for it.
What is the one thing that you're kind of looking for out of the team in this game? If there is one,
Yeah, individual performances. I think they're all prepared. They all know the expectations of their individual positions. They know what it takes to become a team, and I think you'll see that on Sunday afternoon.
We talked a few weeks ago when a lot of these guys were still coming together, the players were still getting signed. How have they kind of coalesced, gelled together over these last few weeks?
It has been difficult because obviously the limitations with the first team has a knock-on effect with us. But the good side of that is that they get to train at a really high level with the first team, and then when they come back to us, they show that they're taking in different information and from a different voice, and then they're able to put it into practice with us in game situations. Which a couple of closed-door friendlies that we've had, we've been pretty good. So it's up to us now to make that translate into when the real stuff starts on Sunday.
Yeah, how do you handle that? Guys like Jackson and Lawrence getting first team minutes of practices, but they're not able to practice with the second team guys. How do you just handle that large turnover, guys having to transition so much?
It's nothing new. It's something that we've had to handle last year, so we knew how to take care of that. We're able to give the people that are left with us a little bit more individual attention, and there's a rotation there as well. Rob Valentino does great with the first team. He knows what they need. He knows what the second team needs as well, so he's able to help with the rotation so that it's not the same guys all the time, and there's people spending enough time with our group and with the first team, so the load's been spread, the workload's been spread, and the learning's getting spread.
What is that like seeing guys like George and Lawrence and guys getting on the bench and being with the first team when this time last year they were just developing with you guys on the second team?
Yeah, it's one of the biggest things that we're looking for and that we're hoping to do. We've had 2 debuts already this season. We've had Luis play for the first team. We've had Lawrence White play for the first team. Obviously George is sat on the bench. He's not been on the pitch yet, but before the season starts we've had a little bit of success that 2 guys that played heavy minutes for Atlanta United 2 last year have seen first team action. So that's an attraction for when players are coming here that we've talked about previously, and for the young players at the club that they show that there's a pathway for them as well.
What were you thinking when you saw Lawrence coming on in the second half against Nashville? Like how proud of him were you, but also what were you thinking?
It's a great opportunity for a young guy. Obviously you're hoping that the grounding that he got last year, he's still got a lot to learn as well, but you're hoping that he can go in and fit in with the first team group. He's not just getting thrown in there, he spent a lot of time pre-season, so Frank knows what Lawrence is capable of. He knows the potential mistakes that are in there, but Lawrence was clever enough to play the game really well, managed his legs, managed his position, and played his way into contention to be considered for a longer run possibly in the team.
What about guys that you signed like Mo Jamada and Bradley Camden, guys with USL experience? How beneficial will that be to guys who are in their teens and just getting themselves into professional play?
Well, when you've got experienced players in your group, it obviously helps the younger guys. But those are a couple of other guys that have come to us knowing what our team can provide. So when they see real proof of that, when there's 2 guys making debuts, they feel it and they start to think that there's opportunities there as well, which there is. And you're hoping that when the first team need players, then they don't have to look too far. So we've got some real quality, and like I say, it's performance levels that's going to dictate how well people do, and starting on Sunday.
How did it help the younger guys that coming up from the academy, and just guys who are still like the young guys that are just starting to come into professional soccer or professional football?
It helps them because there's a good group of professionals there. So the young pros that are coming up, or the young not even yet pros that are coming, the academy players, they're well capable anyway. They've got a great grounding through the academy. We obviously know them really well. Tony works with us pretty closely as well, and when we're talking about moving players. So I think they provide the older players with a little bit of impetus as well, that when you come as a senior player or semi-senior player and you're thinking you've got an opportunity, you're not just ahead of the academy players because of age. It's going to be quality that dictates what the manager wants with the first team group.
If you were scouting yourself, your own team, how would you kind of describe the team? What are the hallmarks of this team? What are the main traits of the team as a whole?
I think there are times that we can be pretty comfortable on the ball, which is what we very much try to do out the back. I think if you watch the first team, that's hopefully what they're going to see with the second team. So it's difficult to scout our team when we just do closed doors pre-seasons, and it's a different group than might play Sunday night. Yes, but I think if you see the first goal the first team scored in Atlanta, I think the commentators in Nashville, the commentators were almost a little bit scared. They were playing out the back in their own penalty box, and 10 seconds later it's in the Nashville net. So that's what Atlanta tries to do. We try to play out the back when it's right, not through crazy stuff, but not to prove that you do it, to prove when it's right to do it, it happens. So you'd expect a team trying to play out the back, a team that can hit you pretty quick on the break, a team that can finish, a team that's tough to play through. So everything I would want in a team anyway, but it happens to be at a club that the values are fantastic and it runs right through the club.
Anything else? All right. Thank you.
All right. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.